Welcome to Savvy Seniors. I'm your host, Mary Dilly. Today on the show, we have Serina Bowles. She is the travel agent next door. Now, Serina, you welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You do travel arrangements for anyone and everyone.
Yes.
However, today we want to talk about seniors.
Yes.
Okay. Why should a senior, I can answer this, but I'll ask her because she's the guest. Why should a senior work with a travel agent?
Well, seniors have their own unique set of requirements and needs. Challenges. We can call them challenges if you like. Whenever they're looking to book travel, they're at that unique stage in life where they have been saving up their money for so long, and now they finally have the time to be able to travel, and they go to book their travel now, and it can be really overwhelming, especially nowadays. Everything is very online based, and everything from like research to booking, most things are all done online. And like I said, it could be very overwhelming. So I find my senior clients enjoy having me as like a real person that they're able to call on the phone. I can talk with them about what they're looking to do, any specific type of needs that they have, what their budget is, and make sure that we match the right type of product and the right type of experience that they're looking for.
And you know what? I'm not tech savvy.
Okay. Not
tech savvy. I don't want to be tech savvy. If I can't get the right channel on the TV, I'm calling my kids. Come over, see your mother, help me out. So when I'm planning a trip and I go online, it's like, oh my God, where do I even start? What airline do I go on?
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to pick up the phone and I want to call you and I want to say, here's what I want to do. I want to go horseback riding somewhere. This is where I want. Iceland.
Yes.
You know, I called you and said, where should I go? These are the kind of horses I want to ride, and you gave me great advice for free. That's what happens when you have a friend who's a travel agent. So it's so confusing. Also, I find that if I call you and I say, this is the kind of trip I want to go on, but I don't know where I want to go, you, knowing me and doing the due discovery, you can say to me, Mary, I know what you're like, and I'm just thinking that's not the perfect place for you.
Yes.
However, I've just come back from this place. So that right segueing into that, what are the travel recommendations for seniors? Because it is different for us. We're not going to Tampa Bay or we're not going to Miami for March break anymore.
Yes.
And you're right, our time is valuable, our money's valuable, and we want to do something that we're going to get the best of.
Yep.
So what's the best kind of travel for seniors?
So I would say for seniors, a lot of people are looking to go overseas now. Like you said, they're done with the Florida, they're done with the Disney trips.
Well, and we don't go to the States anymore. Anyway.
So I do find there's two different types of options. Some people like to go overseas and explore Europe if they're into the history and into the culture. Some people still love the sun and the water, and so we're looking at going down in the Caribbean, whether it's an all-inclusive resort or a typical cruise that you can go on. I do find that cruises in general, like the ocean cruises you can go on, are very senior friendly because you basically can show up on the cruise, you go to your room, you unpack your bag, and dinner's ready, everything is taken care of. Yes, exactly. Yeah. You don't need to really lift a finger. You have your entertainment at night while you're sailing in between destinations, and then during the day you're off the ship and you're in, whether if you're doing a Caribbean cruise, you're on a beach in the sun, exploring the areas. There are also ocean cruises in Europe as well. I actually was just on one last week.
I wanted to go with you.
We started in Venice, which was beautiful, and then went down into Croatia and Rome, and ended up in the south of France, and then into Barcelona. Wow. So, and we did it all along the coastlines, and so every day we were on excursions and went into the city centers. I did a cable car, which I never thought I'd do in my life, but that was an amazing experience. So it's a really nice way to see Europe. But again, instead of taking a train or trying to figure out how to get from place to place, every evening I was watching a Broadway show and having my dinner served to me, and only had to unpack once. So ocean cruises are great for seniors. Also, if the ocean cruises are sort of too big or overwhelming for for my clients, the river cruises are really...
I can't wait to do one of those. And you know what I love about the cruises? I've done a few of them, and what I love is that I don't have to worry about a thing. I get on the boat. I know you're supposed to call it a ship, call it a boat. You get on the boat, they take care of you, you know when you're going for dinner. And then when you do the day activities, I always book it through the cruise ship, because I learned one way that if you book it on your own and you don't get back in time for the ship,
they leave
without you. But if you book it through the ship, then they can't leave without you.
Correct,
And you don't have to worry about a thing. Now, the other thing I'm finding about getting older, it hasn't affected me yet, really, but travel insurance. So what I love about working with a travel agent is I went to Africa. Took my daughter to Africa for her 30th birthday. I didn't know you had to have a visa. I didn't know how to get the visa because it's very complicated. Going to China, I went to China for a month. That visa was complicated. I want someone else to do that for me. So what should I worry about with the travel insurance now?
So there's a few different things you need to consider whenever you're looking to travel outside of Ontario. Even if you're traveling.
Even outside of Ontario.
Outside of Ontario is when your OHIP doesn't work anymore.
Didn't even think about that.
So even
Ontario Health Insurance Plan.
Exactly. So whenever you're looking at ways to protect your vacation investment as well as protect yourself and your money and your health while you're outside of Ontario, there's a few different products you need to look into. The first one would be trip cancellation insurance, which whenever you're working with me and we're looking at different products and different vacation options for you, every tour operator has different cancellation policies or terms and conditions, so you need to make sure that you understand what those terms and conditions are. So you're spending your hard-earned money onto a trip, and for all you know, it might be completely non-refundable as soon as you give them that money. Some have like a sliding scale, but in either case, you want to make sure that anything that is a non-refundable part of your trip, that you have some type of trip cancellation, because as much as everyone plans to go on their vacation, life happens. You know, sometimes your dog gets sick, or sometimes, you know, like you find out that there's a family event that you really need to go to, or something like that. And the tour operators, they have their rules, and they're going to stick to their rules. And so trip cancellation insurance is one part of it. Another part is called trip interruption insurance, which covers you for any unexpected expenses while you're traveling. So once you're traveling, I'll use the strike that we had, the airline strike that we had last month as an example. So if you're in destination and for some reason your flight that you're supposed to be going on does not go home, your cruise that you were just on, your all-inclusive that you were just at, they're not responsible to continue to house you in destination. You've done their package, you've done that vacation. If your flight doesn't get you home, you're stuck in destination. That cost. I had people stuck in Athens for 8 days. They had to pay out of pocket for that hotel stay and their food and everything else that they needed to do to wait for their flights.
Not a bad place to be stuck, but unfortunately you have to pay for yourself. We'll be right back. Don't go away.